Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. Thank you so much for joining us today. On this episode of Red Carpet, we have the first ever African female referee at the World Cup. The White House is bright with holiday cheer, and breakdancing is breaking new ground with its inclusion in the 2024 Paris Olympics, with women entering the traditionally male-dominated activity. Let's get on with the show. And let's start the show with a roundup of the latest entertainment news from around the world. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever continues to break records after remaining the #1 movie in North America for the 5th weekend in a row. The superhero has so far raked in over $400 million in the US market. It's also the first movie since the original 2018's Black Panther to hold the top spot on box office charts for 5 consecutive weeks. Actor George Clooney, singer-songwriter Amy Grant, singer Gladys Knight, composer Tania Leon, and rock group U2 were celebrated this month for their contributions to the arts at a White House reception and the music-filled Kennedy Center Honors Show. The Kennedy Center event, now in its 45th year, recognizes stars from music, stage, and screen for their contributions to American culture. At a reception for the 5 honorees at the White House, President Joe Biden addressed each artist personally, praising their individual talents and saying they embodied the spirit of the country.
Yeah, I love to be like, say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave, you go by. Yeah, if you leave, I go strong.
Wizkid is apologizing to his fans after a no-show in Ghana. Fans of the Nigerian Afrobeat star were left disappointed after he failed to show up for his performance at a concert in Ghana's capital, Accra. The concert would have been the first time he would be headlining a show in the country and the first performance of his new album, More Love, Less Ego, on the African continent. In a tweet, Wizkid wrote, quote, "Ghana is a country I hold dear to my heart, first and foremost. I want to apologize to my fans. You all know I would never do anything without a serious reasoning behind it." Adding that, quote, "My team and I are working on delivering a show to my amazing fans in Ghana." Now, there are many positive things to celebrate at this year's World Cup in Qatar for Africans. The first ever World Cup where all African teams are led by coaches from the same continent. But also Salima Mukansanga, the first ever African female referee at the Mundial. Check it out.
It's a remarkable achievement for Mukusanga, who was the first African female referee at the Women's World Cup 2019. And earlier this year, as a center referee, she became the first woman to handle a match at the African Cup of Nations. A nurse by profession, Mukusanga has been a FIFA referee since 2012, officiating international tournaments, including the 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo.
It's honor, it's a privilege, it's a pleasure to me, to the rest of women, African women referees. It's a moment, it's an opportunity we get now to open the door and to show that all women African, they are capable, they can reach to that stage. They can deliver what they know and what they have.
The 34-year-old hopes being one of 6 pioneering women alongside 2 fellow referees and 3 assistant referees in a men's global tournament will create opportunities for more women.
We are here because we deserve to be here. So back our confederation or back at home, this is the other level. So this is the biggest level of football. So being here, it means we deserve to be here. It's not a chance, it's not because we are women. We have been working hard to be here and we deserve to be here, so that we're going to work hard and then to show the world that we deserve to be here and we want to win.
A short-lived spell as an amateur player led her across an advertisement announcing refereeing training. But after approaching the Rwandan Football Federation for WAFA about joining a referee's course straight out of secondary school, she was again rejected for being too young. So this softly spoken and determined individual took matters into her own hands and taught herself FIFA's laws of the game, with her hard graft rewarded when she was finally being given an opportunity to study with other aspiring referees by for WAFA. Having dealt with an initially cold reception in the men's game, the Rwandan referee, who makes quick decisions on the pitch, has embraced the challenges of the job. Mukansanga is in Qatar alongside France's Stephanie Frappart and Japan's Yoshimi Yamashita, as well as assistant referees Neuza Beck from Brazil, Karen Diaz Medina from Mexico, and Catherine Nesbitt from the United States.
It's something new. Of course, it's something that attracts the attention, the interest, as well as everything new. But for us, they are referees. For us, they are match officials. And this is the message I gave them when they attended the first time the seminar of the selected match officials. You are here not because you are women, you are here because you are FIFA match officials.
Mukansanga knows there will be extra scrutiny on her given the attention on football's biggest tournament.
The White House is bright with holiday cheer, an annual tradition meant to delight and remind Americans of the importance of the end-of-the-year holidays. This year's theme is We the People, a nod to the most powerful force in America, the American people. VOA's Anita Powell reports from the White House.
3, 2, 1, here we go! Okay!
Christmas at the White House is always lit, but the seasonal decor also has deeper meaning, as shown by this year's theme, We the People. Those are the first three words of the U.S. Constitution, which every U.S. president vows to uphold. These simple words encapsulate an American ideal. That the world's wealthiest and most powerful government derives its strength not from its leaders, but from an empowered citizenry.
The soul of our nation is and has always been we the people. And that is, yes. And that is what has inspired this year's White House holiday decorations. The values that unite us can be found all around you. A belief in possibility and optimism and unity. Room by room, we represent what brings us together during the holidays and throughout the year.
That's a lot for a nation of 330 million people, 50 states, some 400 spoken languages, and all of the world's major religions.
Well, welcome to the White House, guys. Welcome to the White House. And Eid Mubarak.
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays. God bless you.
Here's how the White House tackled it through decor, with festive music, with lifelike tributes to the beloved White House pets, with a 140-kilogram White House replica made mostly of sugar, and with lots and lots and lots of lights. 83,615 of them, the White House says, and 77 Christmas trees. Will all the people like it? Of course not. But that maybe underscores the American people's mightiest superpower. Not only can anyone freely say what they think, but every 4 years they can decide who gets to live and decorate here. Anita Powell, VOA News, the White House.
Breakdancing is breaking new ground with the sports inclusion in the 2024 Paris Olympics, and scores of women are entering the traditionally male-dominated activity. Aaron Rannan has the story from New York City.
At the recent worldwide Red Bull One Breakdancing Championship in New York City, male and female competitors from around the globe vied for a top spot in a sport that's soon to be part of the 2024 Olympics. The roots of breakdancing can be traced to the inner cities of America during the 1970s and 80s, when mostly African American and Latino men challenged each other on the streets for dominance.
an American dance that is truly comes from here. When you begin to understand breaking and you learn its history, you learn that it comes from the Bronx. It came from impoverished communities where kids didn't have much. They utilized this dance as a form of self-expression. And when you travel around the world and you hit different communities, you see that this is giving them a voice.
This male-dominated dance has evolved into a sport welcoming all sexes. Since 2018, the Red Bull Championship event has included a separate category for women and seen a huge push by these competitors known as B-Girls. Sunny Choi, 34, is the current North American B-Girl breakdancing champion and recently took part in this year's competition.
There's always been women in the community, always been women kind of fighting for their place in the community. And to see so many women participating now, I mean, I think it's just generally healthier and overall for the community as well to have a little bit more like gender balance.
Amid preparations for the 2024 Olympics, the current generation of B-Girls is aware of the responsibilities and pressures they will face in Paris.
Being the first women in the Olympics is going to mean a lot to so many other girls who are watching, but also means a lot to everybody in the community because it's on us to advocate for ourselves along this journey because it's the first time.
For Choi, breakdancing can help our society to not just identify, but understand and grasp gender roles better.
It really means a lot to see so many women so strong, doing so many amazing things up there, and just being able to stand their own, you know? It feels good.
Sunny and her fellow dancers, while on their journey to the Olympics, are sure to inspire the next generation of B-Girls. Aaron Rainin for VOA News, New York City.
Alexander Boyce thought that he was born to make music, but somewhere along the way, the Dominican-born Boyce turned to painting, and that has made all the difference. For VOA, Ginny Newer reports.
Too dark to be beautiful, too dark to be talented, too dark to be heard. These were the words Alexander Boyce says he heard from his family as a child. His time in Dominica made an indelible mark on the young man, even after he moved to New York City.
I guess nowadays you could call it abuse, but I got a lot of really good beatings as a child. And more than just beatings, like the verbal stuff, like it kind of made you not feel good about yourself in any way.
Trying to heal, he started painting one day without any training, and the people who saw his work started demanding more.
I had some kind of talent for it.
Along the way, he realized the celebrities he was painting and admiring so much had the same features and complexion he had. And he realized why he was painting.
Spread the message of Black people for us to love ourselves and to celebrate our beauty as much as possible and to just put it everywhere on everything we can find.
The career change Boyce made in his 40s has paid off. Business is thriving. And he says clients tells him his art helps heal their soul too. Ginny Newer for VOA News, New York City.
And with that, we come to the end of our show today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram. We are also on YouTube, where you can watch our videos. Until next time, goodbye everyone.